Welcome to the webinar on tips and tricks for applying to the Society for Research in Child Development's U.S. Federal Policy Fellowship Program. My name is Kelly Fisher, and I am the Director for Policy at SRCD. Let's begin with an overview of the fellowship application process timeline. Please see SRCD's website for exact dates. This timeline applies to both types of fellowships, the executive branch and congressional branch. Deadlines for applications will be in early January. The notification of semifinalist status and invitation to interview will be in mid to end of February. Semifinalist interviews will be conducted in Washington, D.C. in mid to end of March. Please note that the executive branch finalists go through a second interview process. Phone interviews are conducted with potential executive branch placements in early to mid-April. Notification of congressional and executive fellowship offers will be in May. Please be sure to see our website for the Federal Policy Fellowship application process for more details and deadlines. So what is included in an application? Well, there are 4 parts: statement of interest, 3 letters of recommendation, your current CV, and your answers to some background questions in the application portal. Now let's go over some tips and tricks for the application. We will begin with the statement of interest. It is important for you to clearly show you understand the goals of the fellowship and what the fellowship experience can offer. To gain this insight, be sure to review all relevant policy fellowship pages. Read the spotlight on the SRCD Policy Fellow to better understand fellows' experiences at specific placement offices, including the types of projects they worked on and the knowledge and skills they gained from those experiences. You may also reach out to former SRCD Federal Policy Fellows to learn more about how the fellowship influenced their own career and for advice on the application process. Now be sure to address all of the requested information in the Statement of Interest and application package materials. This includes your background and qualifications for the fellowship, your current areas of research, primary questions of interest, and methodologies used to address those questions. Please note, this should not be a statement summarizing your entire research portfolio. You should also discuss your basis for interest in the fellowship, including the policy areas or issues of interest, skills to be acquired through the fellowship experience, and how the fellowship will support your career goals. Lastly, please note that if you are a mid or advanced career applicant, as part of your statement of interest, please be sure to indicate how the fellowship will build on your career experiences to date and provide you a basis to contribute to your placement. You may be wondering how you'll fit all of that information into your narrative statement. The narrative is recognizably short, so be strategic with your reference writers. You may only be able to give a head nod to certain things in the statement, but you can have your letter writers provide more detail for you. Talk with those who will submit letters and identify specific areas you would like for them to address. For instance, have your letter writers identify different skills or background experiences that you bring to the table and will help you in the fellowship. Ask them to communicate more details about your research and how it contributes to the field more broadly. If you feel like there is a limitation in your background, you may address it in your statement directly or have your letter writers do it. Lastly, get feedback on your statement. Show your letter writers your statement along with the requirements and ask them for feedback. Now let's go over some tips and tricks for the interview. If you are selected as a semi-finalist candidate, you will be invited for an in-person interview in our DC office. The interview will be 2 parts. The first part is a 1-hour interview with the review panel. During the second part, candidates will meet briefly with representatives from the placement offices. During this time, they will want to know a little bit more about you and will also provide you with some information about their office and the types of projects that may be available at their offices for fellows. Our first tip for you is to really know your research. Know how to communicate your research to different target audiences. Know how your research fits into the broader context of the research literature. It is also important for you to be ready to clearly communicate the mutual benefits of a placement offer. So what exactly is your expertise that you bring to the placement? How could you help facilitate the work of the placement office? Also, why are you interested in this fellowship, and how will the fellowship further your own desired career trajectory? Also, some applicants may not have very much experience with interviews and may be nervous or unsure of what to expect. The interview panel will do our best to make it a comfortable experience, and we hope this webinar provides you with some general interview expectations to help you prepare. We also recommend exploring the many resources online about best practices in interviews. Please utilize these techniques. Many of them you probably have heard of. Maintain eye contact, wear professional attire, and write out your key talking points. We also highly recommend that you practice. This practice will help calm your nerves and will also give you a boost in confidence. After the in-person interviews in DC, select applicants will be notified they have made it to the finalist stage. The placement and offer processes are slightly different for the congressional and executive branch placements. For congressional fellowships, select finalists will receive a fellowship offer in May prior to receiving placement in a congressional office. The placement process starts in mid-September, which will be organized by our AAAS partners with assistance from SRCD staff. For executive branch fellowships, the finalists will participate in individual interviews with potential placement offices in April, typically via phone. It is not uncommon for a finalist to interview with several potential placements. After the interviews, each placement office will confer with SRCD to identify the finalist or finalists who best fit their placement office. In May, SRCD will extend offers for executive fellowships in placement offices. Thank you for watching this webinar, and good luck with your application. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact our office.